Your
Okay.
show will go live in 5 seconds. Four, three, two, one. Blog Talk Radio.
Howdy, everybody. Happy Monday. Here we are live on air.
Hey, hey,
Psychic
hey.
Cafe. There's Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte.
Monday, Monday, fun day. We love Monday, fun day.
Monday Fun Day.
Exactly.
I don't know about you, Charlotte, but 112 degrees here in Tucson.
Oh, my word. I don't know how. I mean, I know you guys live in your air conditioned houses all day, but
Hmm.
how much does it cool down to at night when it's
Well,
like,
it really depends. It really depends. A lot of different factors go into that. If you're living in Phoenix, it's 100 degrees at midnight because it's 50 square miles of concrete. Tucson is not quite as bad, but it's getting there. Yeah. So let's see. If I go to the weather report, let me see if I can bring up our weather report here. Oh, it's being a pain. It says it's down to 109 now. We're having a freezing wave here.
see, I,
Here you
I,
go, Charlotte.
I couldn't handle that. I couldn't, like, cause,
Here
like,
you go. I found the hourly forecast. So 7 o'clock is going to go to 108, 8 o'clock 104, 9 p.m. be 101, and 10 p.m. 98 degrees.
how, I mean, because that means you can't even go outside in the evening and enjoy it unless you have a swimming pool.
Pretty much
And
that's what people do is they wait for the sun to go down and then the temperature starts to go down a little bit, but it gets to where you can jump in your swimming pool without frying. And that's what people do. They jump in the water, but hey, even the bodies of water get heated up by the sun, so it's hot in in the
yeah,
pool.
I was gonna, yeah, I know, because I've had some about above ground pools here.
Oh,
And
okay.
when I was growing up, we had one, but
I'm looking for the lowest.
it
The
was always in the shade of the apple
Uh-huh.
tree, so it always stayed cold all summer because it never got the afternoon sun to
Right.
keep it
Yeah.
warm. But the
If you can
one that
block the
I
sun, a lot of people have like these covers that roll out and then roll back and they're supposed to reflect the sun. I don't know how well they actually work. It looks like 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. it goes down to 85 and then 7 o'clock starts going up 88, 91, 94.
I honestly I don't know how people do it. I don't.
Well, what I'm wondering is what did they do before air conditioning?
How Sorry, there's somebody walking out.
Can you imagine that though?
Yeah, there's somebody walking down my lane. Like that never happens.
Oh,
And that's why Jet's being noisy is because he's like intruder alert. But yeah, there's
right.
nobody ever walks down this lane, but there is somebody taking a stroll tonight, which is, I mean, nothing to worry about, but
Uh-huh.
he apparently, I mean, he's not used to seeing people on that road, so he's letting us know.
I was
But
just
I how how populated was it then? I mean,
not very. I mean, not like now.
and were the temperatures that was it that hot back then? Because
Well, global warming, I think it's hotter nowadays, but I mean, I can still remember living in Phoenix. God, I want to say 30 years ago or so. And I remember it hitting 122 degrees.
Oof.
We had t-shirts made up. I survived 122 in Phoenix, Arizona.
Good grief. Yeah, I don't know.
I hope everybody watching and listening out there, I hope it's not as hot where you are, but if it is, stay
yeah,
cool. Get yourself some, iced tea and stay hydrated, drink
stay
lots of
hydrated.
water, and stay in the AC if you got it. Just want to let everybody know, I see Jasmina came in.
Hey, Jasmina.
Craft Hoarder, the chosen one. Welcome to the chat. And by the way, if you're listening to us on radio, you can join us on the YouTube channel. Just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/live. And that'll take you right to the current live today and any day that we have a show going on. Also, if you're on YouTube, and I have to be really careful here because we just changed all this, Charlotte. That's going to be the big announcements tonight. We've rebranded the channel. So
that's right.
Yeah. So on YouTube, now you have to search, like, our channel is @ The Psychic Cafe. So if you're on YouTube already, you can just search The Psychic Cafe and you can find us in here and find the live and pop in there. But we've rebranded. We got rid of Psychic Talk and we're just using Psychic Cafe now. Of course, the Psychic Cafe website, www.psychic.cafe, is now the official website for the Tarot Guild. So we still have the Tarot Guild. It's been 20 years. The Tarot Guild's not going anywhere. But people get confused sometimes, and it's like, it's just, the website is Psychic Cafe. So we figured, hey, the YouTube channel and the Blog Talk radio channel should be the Psychic Cafe. So we made those changes this past weekend. And now it's a lot easier. The website, the same, right? So Psychic Cafe for the website, Psychic Cafe for YouTube, Psychic Cafe for Blog Talk Radio, and the Tarot Guild is on Psychic Cafe. So it's all one thing now, and even my email addresses, I don't really use, I mean, it still works, but I don't really use dax@thetarotguild.com anymore. I use dax@psychic.cafe. If you have any questions about the changes or need any help, maybe you're one of our members that hasn't transferred over yet from the old website. The Ning website has been brought down. We've taken that down. All the social networking and everything that went on there now goes on our new website, Psychic Cafe, which is basically like Facebook for everything psychic. So you sign up for free at Psychic Cafe, just like you do on Facebook. Has all the same things: instant messaging, private messaging, groups, and posts, and status updates, and all the stuff that you get on Facebook. We have all the same features, only it's much better and more expanded, the features, than on our old Ning platform based Tarot Guild website. Now, I may eventually put up a website on that URL, thetarotguild.com. It'll be a static website, like a one pager telling you about the Tarot Guild, professional membership, getting certified as a professional reader or psychic advisor, our classes, our workshops, all about the membership, all about the Psychic Cafe website. It'll tell you all about that. But basically it's Charlotte, it's just going to send them to the Psychic Cafe. Right now, I switched over the URL and it should be going to a page for the Tarot Guild on Psychic Cafe right now. It's still propagating and it's having some issues. So you might get a blank page, or it might take you where it's supposed to on Psychic Cafe, which is, I think it's just psychic.cafe/guild is what I have on that now. Yep. And so I had to go in, Charlotte, on the website, and I had to change everywhere it said Psychic Talk, I had to change it to Psychic Cafe. And like for these shows, we're just calling these the generic, Psychic Cafe Live. And then we have the custom shows like Michelle's Mystic Corner, Compassionate Light on Fridays with Catherine, The Angelic View with Maria G. Moss, and so forth. Okay. So there you guys are. You're all updated. Those are the changes. And so you can, search the Psychic Cafe now and, on YouTube and not get confused, and join us there. You can see me and Charlotte, and you can jump in the chat with us. You're missing half the show if you're not in the chat with everybody. And then for those of you in the chat, you can call in to the radio show side of things. 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That lets us know you want to be live on air with us. 714-816-4628. We'll be going phone calls in just a second here. We actually have some phone calls, and I did not even promote today, Charlotte.
Wow. Well, that's good, because that means that we're starting to build up, kind of a fan base.
They're finding us. Hey, I got some cards for today. The Heart of the Matter card was the 8 of Coins. This is from Ciro Marchetti's Grand Lux deck. And I also got the 8 of Coins. So the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Coins. I got 2 8s, Charlotte. So it's all about abundance, this message today coming through. And as you can see, of course, abundance, following your passion and working hard is what this 8 of Coins is about, right? But the 8 of Cups is talking about, in order to do that, you may have to let go of some things. And Cups is emotions, so emotional attachments you have in order to. So it's not just doing the hard work, it's also what baggage are you clinging on to. So that's the message I got today. Awesome sauce. Going to put that back in the deck. Yay. What's been going on with you, Charlotte? Besides, roasting.
Nothing really. Just, trying to figure out how. I have an above ground swimming pool, but it's not put up yet, because I've got to get somebody to come out, level me a spot, and then I have to find an honest gravel company that will bring me out some like sandbox gravel, because the last time I did it, they're like, oh yeah, this is the stuff that everybody gets for their above ground pools. Oh, baloney, it had like pea gravel in it that was like this size.
Oh my God.
You do not put that underneath an above ground swimming pool, because when you walk on it, it hurts. I mean, if it doesn't poke a hole in the bottom of your pool, it hurts your feet to walk on it.
It's gonna hurt. I remember having above ground pools, and we always leveled out, and then we just put sand. We had sand.
Yeah, that's what I want. I need to get somebody to come and level it out and get the right kind of sand. I have had the right kind of sand brought out before. But the last time, 2 years ago, I had some sand brought out, and then I couldn't use it, and so I couldn't put my pool up because I couldn't afford another load of sand, and they wouldn't come take their crappy stuff back.
Oh wow.
So
our host, speaking of Michelle, she just popped in the chat. Hi. Hey, Dan, who's normally in there, Michelle's husband, he threw his back out and is in bed. And Michelle said, thankfully asleep, because, husbands that are having medical issues, they're the worst. They're big babies is what they are. So hopefully he'll stay asleep, right? Yep. And also, another thing another thing I wanted to mention, like if you're following us on YouTube or Blog Talk or anything, and you see the coffee cup with the purple background logo thing popping up on different things, and it looks different, it's because it used to say Psychic Talk and had the microphone in it. That's gone. Now we've got the microphone with the coffee cup logo from Psychic Cafe and the writing underneath it on there. So yeah, so don't get confused by that. I know like some of my friends, I'll chat with them on YouTube, and then like 10 years later, they decided to change their logo. And then I can't figure out which chat is theirs, because
Yeah.
they changed their profile picture. Anyway, also I forgot to mention in the chat, if anybody has a question, you can just pop in the question. You don't have to ask, can I get a reading? Nothing like that. Just type the question in. And if you don't have a specific question, say, can I get a message from the universe, or pull a card for me, or something like that. And we'll come back to the chat and look through that. But meanwhile, we already have callers in the queue here. So I thought we'd go take some phone calls. Are you ready for that, Charlotte?
I am. I'm just I'm just trying to make things more comfortable. So I'm just
Oh, good,
listening
good.
and adjusting.
Well,
And
one thing I noticed compared to the last time you were on is now the bottom of the window is on your chin like this.
oh, I know that's because
You might
the
have to
pillow
move the camera down or something at some point.
that the pillow that well, let's try this. The pillow that I usually sit on. There you go.
Oh,
The
that
pillow
looks
that
great. Yeah.
yeah, the pillow that I usually sit on. Didn't. I forgot to grab.
Yeah.
So
We have to work on getting your trees background again. Although I don't mind that background. I kind of like it with the stars
yeah,
and
I
the earth behind
I
you.
was just flipping through and I found the background that I'm using as my background, like which is a picture of Hattie, my dog, my other
Mhm.
dog that is always good and quiet while we do these shows.
Yeah.
I found her picture that I could have used as a background,
Well, that'd be
and
fine.
why I can't find the stupid trees,
Oh,
the beautiful trees. I have no idea.
by the
But
way, I have something that ties in with that. Because I think we should do a background like that when you get more into like doing the animal communication. And that's a great time for a plug right there. It's perfect timing that, hey, did you know that Charlotte is doing free animal communication readings? That's right. You can get a hold of her on Psychic Cafe. And in fact, I can pop up her. There it is. Psychic.cafe/Charlotte will get you to her page. Join Psychic Cafe. It's free. And then message her. I just realized something, that my text here is running into my URL because I resized it. So I got to fix that. There we go. I fix it. So yeah, pop over to Charlotte's page, get a hold of her and say, hey, can we do an animal communication reading? She's doing that, for the next 10 or 20, that get a hold of her, and it's free for now. Yeah. So go check
well,
that out.
we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it down to 10 a week.
Right. Right. Well, no, I meant 10 or 20 till you start charging. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's what I was
No.
thinking of. But
Yeah.
listen, Charlotte,
Yeah.
I was thinking when you start becoming the animal communication advisor, reader thingy, I don't even know what we should call that. Medium?
That's just an animal communicator.
That's psychic. That's psychic. No, I think your background, you could have like all kinds of animals, and it could be like a Dr. Doolittle thing, and everything from, snakes and mongooses to horses and dogs and cats and all these animals behind you. And then, something written across the top, like, animal communication by Charlotte, something like that. And do that as your background on the shows all the time. I
Yeah.
think that would be cool. Anyway, I think it was 631 has been waiting the longest. So if you're ready out there, caller, area code 631, let us know your name and where you're calling in from.
Hi, Suzanne, Florida.
Suzanne
Hi,
from
Suzanne.
Florida. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going tonight?
My question is, do you see... Good, good.
Yeah,
Do
go
you
ahead with
see
your question.
anything? Yeah, I wanted to move back to Long Island because Florida's just not my vibe. I feel like I'm trapped here because I can't go back because I sold everything and came here with a car. But I'm getting job interviews because I was going to go down there, and then I didn't because my son said, "What if you can't find an apartment there?" So I'm here, and I have an interview in Florida. I don't know. What do you see with all this? I'm like, ugh.
So do you want to go back, and are you asking if you will go
I
back?
can't because I really don't have a place. I want to,
Okay.
but I can't because I gave up my apartment and my job, so I have no place to live.
Oi,
But I can't stand Florida.
that's funny because one of our hosts on the weekend, the Angelic View, Maria Mosh, she's from Long Island, and her and Artie, when they retired, they moved to Florida, but they still go up to New York. I forget which part. Do you remember, Charlotte? I forget which part they
I
go.
I do not. I'm sorry.
They take their mobile home and they go up for the winter,
Yeah, but
or
I'm not
no, for
married
the
and I'm not
summer.
retired.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
making conversation, hun. I'm not telling you what to do. I haven't pulled
yeah,
any cards on this
yeah.
yet. I'm just making
Okay.
conversation that it's a interesting synchronicity that Maria G. Moss just did the same thing. They moved to Florida, and of course it's hot and muggy and crappy in the summer. You never move to Florida in the summer, folks. Let's tell you that right now. I mean, the mosquitoes are this big. I remember going to Florida for Disney World, and I about died. I mean, first of all, it would rain and then stop, and then rain and then stop, and then the mosquitoes were like the size of $50 or bigger. It was like, oh my.
Yeah, now the Zika virus that's
And I
down
was
there.
from Pennsylvania, and going down to Florida was like, oh my god. But we can certainly pull some cards and see what's
I'm
going on.
I'm still not sure what her question is. What is
Do
your what
you
is
see
your
me having to
question?
stay? I just applied to a bus company on Long Island. I don't know how I would get back there. I was going to go back in August, but then my parents and my son was like, well, don't go back there. But my son's in North Carolina. My mother's here but retired, and I hate it here. Low pay, very hot, but I don't know I don't know if it's God's will for me to go back to Long Island, stay here and suffer, or go live by my son in North Carolina in a year, but he's still young, so I still have to move there, get a job in an apartment. I just don't know what to do or what you see.
Yeah. So there's like a few possibilities there, Charlotte. There's going back to Long Island, going to where his son is, staying where she is. You want to pull cards for each one or
No,
something? Or how do you want to do it? Just pull some
I
cards.
I'm
Or,
gonna
or anything.
It's so funny because like the first thing I pulled was the sun card, which we just literally said how it's too hot and sunny there. The sun
You're
card.
right. You're very right.
Oh.
You're right. It rains and sunny, 100 degrees, and it rains. Like it's pouring out now, thunder and lightning.
That happens here a lot, especially during the July and August. We could actually call it the monsoon season, where this weather will just come in and it's almost as bad as a monsoon. That's why we call it monsoon, because it's not just rain, it's incredible amounts of rain, wind, mini
Yeah.
tornadoes, and lightning and thunder.
Oh.
So we call it the monsoon. But then it'll go completely away. The next day, it's like blue sky, sunny, 115 degrees. Like today, it's 112. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So what did you get, Dax?
I nothing yet. I'm waiting on you. I'm
Cheater.
waiting on you. I mean, I'm getting all
Well,
these
okay,
cards, and
here's what I got. All right. So I almost always only pull one card and I can get enough from that one card to to figure things out and to have the information come in that I need. And I thought it was really interesting. I've never pulled this card out of this deck ever, but it's called a tidy house, clarity, and organization. So I don't know if you can see that. But it's just, it's a bunch of, anyway, but basically what this is saying is you need to know what you want to do. You need to know what you want to do.
I really can't, because I can't. It's not that I don't want to go to New York. I can't. I have no place to live, so I just can't go there and live in my car. And I can't go to North Carolina yet because my son's not even situated. It might be for years, but I hate here. It's monetary that I just can't go to places and get. I came here with nothing, everything, the thing in my back of my car. This is not fun. I moved here because everybody in my family moved from Long Island, and I was totally alone. That's the only reason I left. But this was my mother's and stepfather's dream. Yeah. And my brother's dream, but they don't even live near me. Yeah.
You know what, sweetheart? I totally get you, because I am here by myself as well, and I'm considering a move. I live in Utah, and I'm considering a move to Michigan, of all places. But it's for the same thing. That's where I have family. But it's the same thing. How am I going to get there? What am I going to do? How am I going to afford it? But what this is saying is,
but my family's here. My family's here. My mother.
Okay, hang on.
Wait.
Hang on, Susan.
Okay. Because I understand where you're coming from, but let me finish what I'm saying and try to take in what I'm saying a little bit, because I do understand the fact that you're like, you don't have a place to live right now up there. You don't know how you're even going to get back there. You don't have a job. I get that. But what this card is saying is you need, where you are at now, yes, you're unhappy, but you need to organize yourself enough, and you need to decide which is the absolute most important, the family you moved to be with, or the place that you're familiar with, which is New York. Okay. And that's basically all this is saying. So it's like a tidy house, tidy mind kind of thing.
And I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And because it's just my mother and stepfather.
And till you do know how, I mean, and this is just kind of this is not necessarily a reading, but this is kind of if you don't know how are you expected to make a decision? We can't make that decision for you. The cards are not going to make that decision for you. The cards are going to give you some steps on how to make that decision. But right now, it seems like you've got your jaw set about, I can't. This is why I can't. This is why I can't. You need to start thinking about.
Well, I really can't, because I don't drive by myself there, and I don't have the money to even get there, and I don't even have a job here. Yeah.
Stop. You just did it again.
You're telling us why you can't now. We know you can't now.
We get that.
You're not.
I don't want. If I live here for 2 years, I'll be 90, because that's what lives here is all retired older people, and I'm starting to act like that. And lay down in the bed at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I've never done that in my life. I've always worked. It's hard to find jobs here.
Right.
My mother's here, my stepfather's here, but it's old. Even though I'm older,
absolutely.
It's really old, and they have each other.
We gotta speed things up here, because there's a lot more people waiting. And I've got something. I've got some stuff for Suzanne too, Charlotte. So you go ahead and finish up.
The second card is the further gate. A bold step forward. So to me, this is saying, you're gonna go to New York. This card tells you need to stop saying I can't. This card is telling you stop saying that and start saying I can. If I just do this, I can. If I just do that, I can. This card is saying, yeah, you're going to do it. This card says you got to change your way of thinking before you can get it done.
Exactly. So let me really quickly go through what I'm getting here. It's starting to become more crystal clear to me. And I think what you said, Charlotte, is dead on. She has skills and abilities. See, this is the Six of Wands, which is also a success card. And it's usually a card of being attacked on all sides. And doesn't that sound like Suzanne? Like
Yes.
she's like being the victim. I'm being attacked on all sides. But she has the high ground. She has skills and abilities. And also, this is Wands, which is the fire energy. She really needs to follow her passions. Okay. The Sun card showing up is letting me know that, that's your current situation. You're going to be there. I'm sorry. You're just going to be in Florida for a while. You said it yourself. I can't leave. I can't leave. Well, yeah. If you can't, you can't physically leave, you don't have the money, you don't have the plan, you don't have the job, then why even bring it up or talk about it at this point? Okay. You need to stay where you are. That's why the Sun card's showing up. You've got to have, okay, the Strength card. This is the central focus card. The main thing is having that internal fortitude to move forward. You already have the skills and abilities. And then this is the Three of Coins. Get to work. There are people around there that can help you out. Okay. The Three of Pentacles is usually about like a group coming together and working on a project. But the way it's shown in this card, he's hard at work on these pentacles, similar to the Eight of Pentacles, which was the card of the day. So there's a similarity there. Yeah, you're going to have to work and you're going to have to raise some capital if you want to get out of Florida. It's that simple. And there is new opportunities to do that showing up. I mean, look, Ace of Cups, something that's emotionally satisfying. Even you're going to like doing whatever this is, and you may actually end up wanting to stay there, but if you don't, you don't, and yeah, that's what I got. I hope that helps you out, Suzanne. We got to move on. There's a whole lot of other people waiting, but I understand where she's coming from.
Me too.
Charlotte.
Me too.
But
absolutely
right. But we're not going to, when she and anybody else comes to us and they are that confused and they're going in a billion different directions, or they feel like they're set upon from a bunch of different directions, like that. What was that? I had the Seven of Wands. The cards aren't going to give us the answer.
They're not magic wands.
Yeah, and we're not supposed to do that anyway. We're not supposed to say, "Oh yeah, this is what you should do." Us telling you that, like I could pull cards for each of the three possibilities that you did mention, but let's say the cards look really favorable for going back to Long Island. That means absolutely nothing. It doesn't tell you how you're going to do it. You kept saying over and over again, you can't. You don't have the funds, But when I looked at the cards I actually got, it made sense. It's saying you got to stay there in the sunshine. Say now that's why the sun card showed up, and you're just going to have to be that Strength card, bear and grin it until you can figure out something, get some money coming in, or get a windfall of some kind that allows you to move somewhere else, Anyway.
Yeah. And best of luck to you, sweetheart. I mean,
yeah.
Trust me, I understand that town I live in is the most unfriendly place I've ever lived in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been years that I've been working on trying to figure out how I'm going to get out of here and where I'm going to go, that I'm going to be able to make it. So trust me, I get you, girl. And I'm sending you love and luck and a reminder that to do the work and get yourself, if that's what you really want to do the work, get yourself out of there. because
Exactly.
it's not just gonna happen.
Because I think that's the big takeaway, Charlotte, for everybody listening that's in a similar situation as Suzanne. Okay, so they don't make any progress because they're so fixated on the issues surrounding the situation. But the clue is to figure out, like what you said, Charlotte, what do you really want? And Suzanne came back, what? Oh, but I don't know what. I don't know what. She does know what. She verbalized it multiple times. She said she hates it there, wants to move to Long Island. She can't move where her son is. He's not all situated yet. She wants to go back to Long Island. That's what she said, you know. So if that is the thing, and that's the thing, you figure out what you want, not something nebulous. You find out exactly what you want.
The tidy house.
And what that allows you to do, everybody, it allows you to focus in on that one thing. My only goal is to get back to Long Island. Well, that means I need to have income here, so I'm going to work on that, build up enough funds to move back. While I'm doing that, I'm going to look for housing in Long Island, a new job in Long Island. I'm going to focus on that. So now you know what to do. You know the next steps. You know, it's not sitting there in a circle or like she said, going to sleep at noon like the people in Florida do because they're all 90. You know, it yeah, you're going to do that. If you don't have focus, you're going to have all these things swirling around and you're just going to go, okay, I'm going to take a nap because you don't have any focus. But when you know finally exactly what you want, then it's great because then you can go, okay, to do this, I need this, this, and this. Here's my next 5 steps. And I got to do this and I got to do that, And I got to, call up real estate agents. I got to look for jobs up there. I got to get that all set up. Meanwhile, I need to, do some, I don't know, some gig work where I'm at now or, work part-time somewhere. I got to get some funds put away. It's so much easier when you know what you want. When you don't know you're going to be stuck.
Yeah, and when you mentioned real estate, I here's just one thing that I will mention to do, girlfriend, is find a real estate agent or a rental agent in the area that you want to move, Long Island, and have them start, because you know what, once you set up your parameters, they don't have to do anything after that. They set up your parameters on their listing, and then every day you get a listing of places that are available. And so yeah, and so there's a start right there, because you can start seeing, okay, that's how, and you can tell them this is how much, this is the maximum amount I can pay a month. And that's what they'll put it in as one of their parameters. And then you can start seeing what's available.
Unfortunately,
commit you to anything.
Exactly. It's a perfect piece of advice, but unfortunately, she hung up right when you started to talk. And see, this is the thing. We get this, a lot where, remember the last show we had it too. People don't want to hear what, they call for advice, but they don't want to hear the advice.
Yeah.
They want to stay in their bubble of, being unhappy and frustrated and, anyway, it happened.
That's okay. Anybody else that's moving, I will tell you that is the number one thing that has helped me the most is finding a good real estate agent. There were, if you remember, there were 2 places, Oklahoma and Michigan.
Right.
And I have real estate agents from both states sending me listings for both places. Although Michigan kind of hit the top of the list after that that last reading that you and Pamela did. I was like, okay, Michigan it is. But that anyway, we're kind of getting off track here. Let's get back to our next person.
We're gonna go we're going to go to the next caller, but that's something else I wanted to mention is, again, we're not going to solve the world's problems or even your individual problems in a 2-minute phone conversation.
No.
These are mini readings. We're just giving you a little bit of information and letting you run with it, because we would have to do a 20, 30, 40-minute reading and ask a lot of questions and pull a lot of cards to really help you with any of these kind of, really difficult questions like that.
Yeah, so, and life coaching. It ends up being a lot of life coaching stuff, kind of.
Yeah, a lot of it's more life coaching, and it takes a lot longer than a quick card pull. So anyway, you guys can call in 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. 714-816-4628. If you call in right now, we might get to your call. Who's been waiting the longest? Looks like 434. Are you there, 434?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Khalil.
Khalil?
Khalil, I'm calling from Charlottesville, Virginia. Yeah.
Oh, it's Khalil again. Okay.
Hey, Khalil.
Hey.
Yep.
I'm supposed to be hanging out with Michael for a little bit, and maybe he might let me see. He might let me meet some of his colleagues from his job, and I was wondering if you see me meeting him on this August coming up, or do you see it a little bit later?
Can you repeat that? You're going to be hanging out with who?
I was going to see Michael.
A friend. So that's just a friend.
He's a first responder.
Okay.
And he's a friend.
Okay. And so, what is your question then?
Will I see him in August, or will I see him in September?
Oh. Dax is better with that but I'll pull a card while Dax is doing his thing, because he's way better about when will I meet somebody than I am. Me, I pull out the pendulum.
Yeah, I just had to step away for a second. I'm right where you are though, Charlotte. I'm still ruminating around on that question. It's
he wants to know if he's going to meet Michael in August or September.
I get the question. I get the question. What I don't get is why the question. I mean, yeah, I understand people. Oh, hold on a second. I'm getting huge feedback on Khalil's line. Let me put that on hold for a second. Sorry, Khalil. I was getting all this feedback. Did you hear that humming, Charlotte?
Even I could hear that. Yeah, normally I can't hear the feedback, but that I could hear that.
Yeah, it gets on the recording. 1 second. Getting dry. Whew. Too freaking hot here, people. This is the thing. I know, I understand people ask questions like that. When am I going to see so-and-so? Is so-and-so going to come back? When am I getting the next job? A lot of, whens kind of thing. This is a little unusual. He was like, am I going to see them in August, or am I going to see them in September? I don't know. Did you ask him? I don't get that kind of question. If I'm wondering about where I'm going to see an individual, regardless of what it's for, whether it's for a job or it's somebody that I'm interested in dating, or it's somebody that's going to help me with something, or it's just an old friend that I want to see, well, call them up and say, hey, you available in August? And if you don't want to see them in August, you want to see them in September, call them up and say, hey, can we get together in September? Maybe the first week of September, maybe after Labor Day. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be contrary or mean or anything like that. It's just I do not understand that kind of question. It's not something for the card readers. You see, the future is not set in stone. And people think you can go to a psychic and you can say, so is that James guy going to show up, in September, or is he going to show up in December? It doesn't work that way, people. You're between now and then, both him and you are going to make dozens upon dozens of choices. Okay. And it can go in any manner of direction. And so you might end up seeing him in September or August or November, or I don't know.
The pendulum says both.
And she did the pendulum on both. So this is what I usually do. I pull cards for both, right? To see which one's more likely.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't, on these shows, it's not that I don't pull the cards. It's not that I don't try to give you some insight. It's just the only thing I can tell you is on your current trajectory, it looks like XYZ. Because you can change that a day from now, a week from now, you can go in a different direction. So these kind of things are kind of nebulous, and it doesn't really serve a purpose. See, for me, I would get straight on, okay, why do I want to see this person? And if I really want, or do I not want to see this person? And if I really want to see this person, why? And then look at, okay, is it something I need sooner than later? Okay, so I'm going to work on getting to see that person in August. And then we can pull cards on, okay, what is going to help you get together with Michael in August? That's when the cards can really serve you. Is he going to meet me now or meet me then, or meet me in August or meet me in September? Really, it doesn't serve anything. And I really, like I said, it's not set in stone. So I really can't answer that. Yes, can I answer? I can answer it, but that doesn't mean it's going to be accurate. It could change next week. Like I said, it could change tomorrow.
And I did pull a card. I got the deep diver card, diving into a task, which basically says, if you want to meet Michael in August or September, you have to put the work in. Do you want to meet him? Do a deck, like Dex said, contact him. Let him know you want to hook up in August or September, whichever month works. And according to the pendulum, either month will work.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to decide, do you really want to meet him? And are you going to leave it up to chance?
Right.
Or are you going to trust your intuition and say, okay, is this somebody I really, really want to see? If so, what am I going to do to make it happen? And that's how you're going to see him in August or September.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like Dax says, anything can happen between now and then. If you put the work in, maybe it'll happen. I mean, there's a much better chance of it happening if you put the work in than if you don't put the work in.
So I'm going to tell you, Khalil, what I got. But I'm going to preface that real quickly with it's the difference between, it's like what Charlotte said, it's the difference between letting life happen to you or you taking the reins. Tarot is just as much about creating the future as it is predicting the future. In fact, it's better at creating it than predicting it, to be honest with you. And I know all the tarot readers out there just, they lost their wigs and threw up in the corner, or, had a conniption or all fainted and everything. But there's a famous saying. It was by a computer scientist. He was at a conference in, oh, I don't know, 1970, something like that. And he said, the best way to predict the future is to create the future, because they were at a computer conference talking about, the future of computers. So he said, the best way to, instead of predicting what's going to happen, it's like, let's just create it. And it's the same thing with this kind of situation, figure out, and it goes back to the last reading and and Suzanne there as well, Charlotte. What do you want? And then once you know that, you can focus all your efforts on making that happen.
Yeah.
So for August, I got the 10 of cups. And, that's cups are emotions. They're literally, I call this the hearth and home card, and they're literally in front of a hearth, and it's 10 cups, and it's emotionally, everything's great. And it's a yes card. Okay. And next to it is the Queen of Wands. So if it's about following your passions or has anything to do with that fire energy, you want to shoot for August. Now, the September one is the Justice card shows up. So things are going to be more balanced if you wait till September. And also, this is also a yes card, but it's a major arcana versus the minor arcana yes 10 cups. So it's an even bigger fat yes for September. And if this thing, whatever it is, with meeting this person, if it has anything to do with finances, it's going to be better in September. I got the 5 of coins here. And I just saw that, and typically people go to the negative meanings of the 5s, right, Charlotte? But in this case, the 5, right away, I saw the hand, outstretched hand, all these coins right there. The assistance is right there. That's the best thing, Khalil. So I'm just going to say September. But we prefaced it with all that stuff because, hey, it can go any 15 different directions, Charlotte's playing with the dog there, so she had to get off camera for a second. Gonna pop over to the chat. We'll be coming back to the phone lines in just a second. I think the next caller is 929. So, hey,
yeah,
folks.
Sorry about that. The dog was like being
like, oh, that's okay.
Really naughty.
But it's nice that he made an appearance. We got a couple more people coming in. Yeah, so get in the queue right now for when we come back to the phone calls. We got 929, then 347. Call in at 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. And then if you come over to our YouTube channel, here we're on YouTube. It's in the scroll right here, the number to call. And plus Charlotte's profile URL and mine and everything, and our coffee. You can grab us a cup of coffee at psychic.cafe/coffee. So let's go look at what's going on over here in the chat. I know a couple people in the very beginning asked about readings like Chosen and Jasmina, but at first they did not actually put a question in. Jasmina did. She finally came through and said, just a message from the universe. Now, the Chosen, if you're still on, I don't see where you actually asked your question. So we'll take your question after Jasmine is in the correct order if you tell us right now. Otherwise, we're going to skip to the next question after that. Charlotte, this is a good one for you. It's the message from the universe. You want to pull a card for Jasmina? Jasmina?
Yes.
And while you're doing that, I'm just going to tell them just a couple of quick things. Our shows, and this is the new logo. I wanted you guys to see the new, not the new logo, but the banner with the new Psychic Cafe logo on it. I wanted you to see this because I'm pretty proud of this one. I really like how it came out. Sorry. I like the way it came out. now that we dropped Psychic Talk, which, you know, we had all this stuff on here. And so this cleans it up. Don't you think it looks a little cleaner, Charlotte?
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to, I remade all the banners. Now I got to go in and remake them yet again. Anyway, I'm going to go in and fix that this week. No show, of course, on Tuesdays. Wednesday, we might be doing a day show. We have not, Michelle and I have not, you know, made it firm yet. We normally do that Wednesday show in the evening, most Wednesdays, but the second Wednesday of the month is karaoke at my American Legion post, and I try to go to that. I missed the last two, but I'm going to try to go.
And Dax does love his karaoke.
Yeah. And
I
so
love karaoke.
that's in the evening. Our normal time here, you know, we start at 6:30 and the karaoke starts 6 to 8, so 6 to 9, something like that. So we might have to do a day show, or we might just cancel Wednesday. Now on because I'm making new banners, all the banners have dropped off, so I don't I don't have the banners to pop up here. But I just want to say Ellie's going to be back on Thursday. Isn't that cool?
Yes, we love Ellie.
We love Ellie. She's been on hiatus for a few weeks because busy as heck with that new job and just all kinds of crap happening. But she wants to come back on Thursday. Again, there's our coffee tip, our tip jar. You can buy us a cup of coffee at psychic.cafe/coffee. I also did want to mention real quick that the 4th of July specials that we started, obviously, on the 4th of July are still going on. That's right. Over at psychic.cafe/independence. I'm going to pop that in the chat. We were talking earlier about getting a private reading. Well, my readings are $26 off right now. It's normally like $99.99, $100. So right now, private reading $74. You can also enroll in my $297 Tarot by the Numbers Tarot and Numerology course for just $74 right now. Professional certification, if you're a professional and want to get certified as a psychic advisor, numerologist, tarot reader, we cover them all. And instead of $124, it's just $74 right now. And our annual membership, which is normally $78 a year, is just $47. So you can join the guild as a member and get all of the benefits for less than a latte at Starbucks. It's like $3.91 a month. So yes, that sale is still going on. You can grab that. Again, that is psychic.cafe/independence. And let's see, I'm going to go look through the chat here. Go ahead, Charlotte. What'd you get for Jasmina? Message from the universe. Charlotte, you're muted.
Yeah, I was trying to eliminate some of the background noise. So is the first card I got was the Serpent. And this card is basically saying, you know what, shed your old skin. Don't be afraid to show your soft pink underbelly. Strike out on something new and just go for it. Now is the time. And normally I only draw one card, but tonight for some reason I've been drawing two. The second card is the wind. And of course we all know the wind blows. I mean, if you're into like like the Native American culture, well, a lot of indigenous cultures are into, the north, south, east, west, the directional things. So you need to be open to whichever way the wind is going to blow you after you shed your old skin. This is saying the wind is going to point you in the direction you're going to go. So just be open to it. You'll know what you need to do, and it's gonna be good.
Awesome.
So, yep.
That's Jasmina. Hope that helped out. I'm going to mention some of the people coming in. Tanya came in. Rose. Oh, Tanya said, can I have a reading? You don't have to ask for a reading, Tanya. Just, and I don't see you putting it in anywhere. Just type in your questions, Tanya. Type it right into the chat. If you want something more general, say, can I have a general reading, or can I have a message from the universe, or my guides, or from spirit, or however you want to word that. And then Rose came in, and Jessica came in, and
Hey, all you guys just came in. I'm not gonna try to repeat everybody's name.
the big M.
I'm sending you lots of love.
Hi, everybody. And we do have some phone calls, 714-816-4628. We'll get over to there to the phone calls just a second. But let's knock some of these out. Let's do a lightning round, knock some of these out, because a lot of them are just messages. So let's see. Craft Hoarder, can I get a message from the universe? My heart is full and confused. Oh, okay. So what I got was the 9 of Swords, and it's reflecting how you're feeling right now. Yeah. And then the 10 of Wands is saying, you're a little overburdened. Do you have too many fires? Too many fires. I always get that wrong. Too many irons in the fire is what I meant to say. Look at all those wands. They're actually staves, or in this case, they're like logs on his back here, you know. So the message coming through, Craft Hoarder, is, yeah, pay attention to this. You got too much going on. And then the answer is this, the Ace of Wands. So, I love that dragon.
That is a sweet dragon.
It's another thing I love about this deck, is that it has dragons appearing in a lot of places in it, you know, and I'm a big dragon person, born in the year of the dragon. So again, that's that fiery energy. It's like, what are you passionate about? And hey, you're passionate about a lot of things, but you got too many going. What the advice here is, you need to focus in on one passion right now and put all your attention on this one thing. So that's the message I got for Craft Hoarder. Can we
Did you see who showed up?
Yeah.
Edgar.
Hi, Edgar.
We gotta start paying attention which readings he shows up on.
Yeah. That was definitely the Craft Hoarder one. Next is Sean, and she wants a message from Spirit. Can you pull a card for her?
Yeah.
Because messages from Spirit are like much better coming from the Oracle decks that like you do.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I did want to mention that Michelle said it's 106, Craft Hoarder 110. Oh my God. Okay, and then another message from Spirit for Jessica.
Oh my goodness. Edgar wanted to stay and do this reading, but there's not room on my lap to.
He could do it. He could do it. Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land, check out my my bag for the Grand Lux deck. This is also this image. This image is also by Ciro Marchetti, and the cat is reading the cards, and it's another one of Ciro Marchetti's decks right there. I don't know if it's the Lux deck, but it's one of his decks, and the cat is the reader. I just love this. And my friend Mark, who co-founded the Tarot Guild, he got this for me when he was at the Reader's Studio in, I want to say 2009, 2010. That's how long I've had this. In fact, you see the drawstrings? One of the drawstrings came off the other side. So I only have the one drawstring. Someday I will get this fixed or something, because I mean, this is just too fantastic. I don't even think he makes these anymore. It's like a collector's edition thing. Okay.
So I got a really cool one for her, but what it is the Drifter. And again, I'm getting like all kinds of cards that I have not seen. So there is a whole different energy going on tonight because there are some cards that just continually show up no matter how many times you shuffle and cut the deck and whatever. So the drifter is experiencing life as it comes and enjoying it as it comes, and it's saying go out, take a walk in the woods, clear your mind, listen to what the cosmos has to say to you, because there will be a message for you. And then as you come home, bring your mind back to you, bring it back from the cosmos. And then it's saying that you will have a message to share with your feet, when you get home. And then I also got the overflow, which is overwhelm and plenty. And I think that has to do with the message that you'll be, there's just so much out there that you're going to be, that if you go out and take that walk with an open mind, how much you're going to be able to open your mind to and reap in and use in your daily life and expand as a person. So those are two super cool cards. And I like they're both very water oriented too. So
Oh yeah.
yep. That's what I got.
Yeah, I'm popping in some things because there's people asking and there's like questions that they're not actually putting any questions. It's like if you got a question, put it in there. Yeah. Let me go through some of this real quick here. We've got I'm You're the Dragon 2, Craft Holder said. Yay, you're welcome, Dax. We also have some like wacky stuff going on in there, and Michelle and Maria G. Moss, they're taking care of that and deleting some of these wacko things that are popping in here. I don't know. D. Gray came in. Who was it that just said? Yeah, that was D. Gray. So happy to have found you. We're happy you found us too. Thanks for joining.
Especially a Monday fun day.
Yeah. I think she's got a relationship question. But I'm trying to catch this other one. Lucinda came in, Raquel came in. So Raquel was one of the people, can I get a free reading? You don't have to ask. Okay. So everybody, this is the way it works. You come in, you need a reading, you want us to pull a card for you, say, hey, please pull a card for me. Or could I get a general message? If you have a very specific question, like some people have done in here, like D. Gray's question and Jennifer, her question, just type the whole question in. And there's some other people too that I saw, and I'm trying to find them. It was it Candlewick? Hi, thank you. And any guidance, cat lover here. Okay. So they did ask for any guidance. So that's a general. But there was somebody else that like they had a question. And Charlotte, I read the question, but there was no question in the question.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Kind of like our first call.
Yeah.
Like, what really is your question? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I still haven't seen anything from Tonya. Tanya came in earlier and said, could I get a reading? But she never asked a question or asked for a general or anything. So, and I already said this once, this is the second time. So if we don't hear from you, Tanya, we're not going to pull any cards because you're not telling us if you want a general or if you have a specific question. Now, after the one that you just did you did Jasmina. And let's see, I did Card Hoarder. There was another one, though. Oh, it was Sean. Yeah, that was the one that I wanted you to pull a card for, Charlotte. Can you pull a card for our regular Sean? Just a
Um,
just a message from spirit, she says.
ooh, all right, we'll use the Kyle Gray deck because he's big on messages from spirit.
Okay.
Ooh, this
Ooh,
is you may have some romance coming your way. This is Rama and Sita, a holy union. And so it's a soulmate connection, romantic connection. And I feel like there is somebody out there looking for you right now. So don't put your blinders on if
mhm.
you're, or if you're in a relationship already. This may be a call to that it's gonna, you know, perk up a little bit. Wink, wink. Um,
Whoa.
yeah. So that's what I'm getting.
Okay. And then can can you pull a card for Jessica Lynn? That's another message from Spirit One, and I'm gonna do Jennifer's. Hers is hers is one of the questions I was just saying. My name's Jennifer, age, date. My boyfriend is John, age, date. Uh, and this is what she says: going to get a CDL class on Wednesday, July 10th. Okay, that's great. What's your question? There's no question in that. You just made a statement that your boyfriend's going to a commercial driver's license class, but you didn't ask a question. So if you want to pop in, Jennifer, a question on that, if not, I'm just going to tell you what I pulled, and I got
What
the
can you
nostalgia card. I'm
can you
sorry.
tell me the name of the person that I was pulling for?
Oh yeah. You're pulling for Jessica, a message
Jessica.
from spirit.
Okay.
Yeah. And while you're doing that, I'm just doing this real quick to speed things up. So I got the six of cups, the nostalgia card. Is this something that he always wanted to do? And then I got the hermit card, big fat yes from the major arcana. And he needs to get a lot of guidance from somebody that's already done this. That's the advice coming through. But if you're asking, will he get through the class? Will he pass? That kind of thing. Yes, I'm getting a big fat yes. What'd you get for who was it again? Jessica.
Jessica. So this is saying that I got Thoth, the
Oh,
divine magic. The teacher awakens. The student becomes the master.
ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so basically it's saying that you need to step forward, quit hiding in the shadows, quit signing up for every course that's available and start showing the world what you are capable of. So, you've had your lessons, you've done your practices. Now step forward and shine for the world to see.
Hmm. Cool, cool, cool.
I like that one.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and the big M came back in. That's our friend from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And they ask, hi, my question is, when are my resources coming forward for my career? Now that's a different one. I kind of like that. Um, so page of coins, the pages are students, the learners. There you are waiting for that coin to come in. The strength card shows up again like it did for an earlier reading, where you just have to have the internal strength and just wait. By the way, it is an 8, so that is abundance. That's a good thing. And then I get the Queen of Swords and the Emperor card. These are the powers that be. They have to get the funds coming your way. But the timing is the Emperor card for I'm thinking it's a 4-week time window on that. So I hope that helps you out there. It looks like it's coming through though, but there might be, you know, little delays, hangups with the powers that be. That was the big M. The big M.
The big M.
Yeah. And before we do any more in the chat there, we got some callers, so we can pop back over here. And oh my God, we are running out of time.
Still running out of time.
Let's go to area code 929. Are you there, 929?
Yeah, thank you for taking my call. How are you?
Really good. Oh, it's Stacy.
Yes, darling. Hey, how are you, Zach?
Great to hear from you. What's going on?
Okay. So I have a question. I'm trying to see, what should I talk about? I picked up the energy around something, or should I ask the question in regards to job hunting? What do you think is
What was the
job
first
hunting,
one
or
again?
better to ask? The first question, so today I keep picking up the energy around this phrase, and this was told to me like about a year ago because of a lawsuit situation.
Mm-hmm.
And what I picked up, it says, if you could help me decipher, you need to come up with the meaning, what it means. I keep hearing the phrase, do not take your skin color lightly. But this is regarding a lawsuit. Are you able to pick up anything on it? If not, I can ask a different question.
Do not take what lightly?
Yeah, I couldn't hear either.
Your skin color.
Oh, do not take it
Skin
lightly.
color lightly. Like, you know how some people, it's like,
That
But it's regarding a
I don't know that I'm getting. Well, I got the 7 of Swords. Someone is stealing away with something. This is that sneaky stuff going on behind the scenes. And then I got the 4 of Swords, which suggests thinking outside of the box, and also stepping back from that, taking a time out, retreating, stepping back, looking at the whole picture, looking at the big picture, and thinking outside the box on this. That's what came through. I don't know if that fits.
Oh, okay. So
that's what I got.
Yeah, and just quickly, I got one. The Woodwives that talks about adaptability, and it's like, so it's like perchance you've been given, a chance to do something new, and you're not sure. So anyway, to me, it's just saying, be, I mean, in a quite literal sense, be adaptable. So that's why I think like don't worry about the color, don't worry about the color. It's like it's telling you be adaptable because anything can happen. As long as you stay grounded and within yourself, it doesn't matter what comes at you.
I hope that helped you out,
okay.
Stacy.
Sounds awesome. That helps a lot. Thank you. Call back tomorrow.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's always fun when Stacy calls in. Let's see. You're going to go to area code 347 has been waiting the longest. Are you there, 347?
Yes, I am.
What's your name, hon? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Tanika. I'm calling from Florida.
Another Florida. Boy,
quick question.
The Florida people and the Georgia people love us.
And we love them.
I just wanted to know. Thank you. I just have a quick love question. I was seeing someone by the name of Andrew, and we had stopped seeing each other in February, and he came back recently, and we've been talking and plan on seeing each other again this Friday. Like, I'm planning on going to spend time with him, and I'm hoping that this could turn into something. I'm wondering if you see anything love-wise developing here, or are we just gonna remain like just good friends or something like that?
Okay.
Do I get to ask the question?
Yeah.
Do you want? I learned this from Dax. Do you want something to happen? Do you want it to go further? See, I do learn things, Dax.
That's
I
cool.
mean,
I learned things from you too. It's a two-way street.
but
I learned things from Michelle and
that is
Maria and everybody.
the question is what do you want? And do you have cards pulled, Dax? I'm gonna
No,
shut up now.
no, you go ahead and pull cards.
Okay.
But I want to preface it with Tanika. Tanika, I did pull a card just to see what shows up. And I got the 9 of coins, which is the self-made woman card. This person is very, independent. And it goes to Charlotte's question, which is very valid. Do you want it to go further? Because I don't know. You're a very independent person here. And see, the thing is, even though, we want relationships, often it's like we want relationships. It would be nice, like having the Maserati in the driveway would be nice. We're probably never expecting to get it, but it would be nice to have the Maserati in the driveway. And it's the same thing with relationships. A lot of times it's like, well, it's the natural thing, and of course I want a relationship. Really? Do you? I'm not a big fan
Yeah, I mean,
myself.
I would like something like, well, I mean, if I had like a really good, supportive, like kind, romantic love partner, I would be happy about that. Like really, like fall in love with me. I'm in love with him. It leads up to like a true commitment, marriage. I would love that, but I've been like single for so long, and
Right.
it's hard for me to have
That's
faith
another,
in that. Like,
not to interrupt, but that's another factor. That's another factor. It's like, that's why this card is showing up. You've been your own thing for all this time. And even if you really, 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 really want a relationship and you want it with this particular person, you got to remember that. I've seen it happen so many times where I've gotten in a reading the 9 of coins and the relationship starts falling apart. See, and these are my regular clients that I read for at least once a month or whatever, so I know what's going on in their life, right? And it's like, okay, so what's going on with Jim? Okay, well, this happened, blah blah blah, and invariably we look back and I remember this card and I remember, see, you had difficulty shifting into a relationship where there's two people. This is a new thing. It's not him, it's not you, it's you guys together, and it's called compromise. And usually when this card shows up, it means that they have to be really careful about that. They come across too independent, and a lot of times it's more with the women than the guys. And I also think
oh God,
I also think this
I
is a
don't know if he wants
subconscious.
a relationship.
See, that's the thing. I think that a lot of times guys it's a subconscious fear that they have, and so they often can't even verbalize it. But when you analyze the situation, you find out it's like, oh, the independence of the person, or the fact that they've not been in a relationship for like a really long time, that they just couldn't make the adjustment over. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I did get the 4 of wands, which is a traditional relationship, getting together, having a party here, wedding reception type card. Anyway, what'd you get for her, Charlotte?
Okay, this is crazy. this is crazy. So these are again 2 cards that I've not pulled out of this deck until tonight. And I pulled them as a pair for the second time tonight, just in reverse order. So the first one
Oh,
is
wow.
overflow. So it's overwhelm and plenty. And basically what this is saying is like, you're back together again. Everything feels familiar. You feel like you're going to catch on fire. Because everything is so familiar. But it's also saying that, oh, things might be a little too familiar, because the next card that came up was the drifter card. Again, both water cards. And the drifter, the drifter says when the drifter comes along, it's time to kind of cut the line and and go with the flow. Let instead of being, and that's, I'm really getting a feeling right now that you're kind of stuck in a relationship because you feel like that's where you're supposed to be. But I'm also feeling you don't really necessarily want to be there. I mean, I might be wrong, but that's what's coming. As soon as I started talking, that's what I'm feeling like, especially when I started talking about the drifter and going your own way. It was like, I felt like,
Oh, wow.
I felt like this, I felt like I could take a deep breath again. And so that's what's coming from me. But uh, as always, you have to use your own intuition and stuff. I hope this is helpful to you. And this is what, you know, I I love that both these cards came up, because I have, while Dax is talking, I'm shuffling decks, because what else are you going to do? Okay, well, I'm going to play with I do play with my animals too while Dax is talking, but I do an awful lot of shuffling and cutting and shuffling and cutting. And the fact that these 2 cards came up together again, to me is significant. So
Yeah,
it's
that
saying
happens.
this this feels super comfortable, gonna catch on fire. It's where we're supposed to be. But this one says, as comfortable as this feels, I really would like to just maybe drift on down the river and see what else their life has to offer. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what
Thanks
I
for the
got.
call, Tanika. We got to get going. We appreciate the call, though.
Okay.
Thank you very
you.
much. I hope that helped you out. Yeah, we have a lot of callers. We are not going to get to everybody. I just want to say, remember the secret. You go over to psychic.cafe/coffee, buy us a cup of coffee, let us know in the chat on YouTube, and your area code and name. We'll bring your call on right away, no waiting. Same thing for those of you in chat asking questions there. Maybe you're like 4 or 5 down question wise. I'm telling you right now, we're not going to get to you. We were supposed to end a while ago. So
I know Monday night is starting to be a fun. I mean,
it's starting to get busy. Yeah.
Monday was always Monday fun day, but I think we're starting to get busier and busier, and I love that.
Yeah, and I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all. The only problem is with the evening shows is that, there's
It
other,
is hard to go. It is hard to go later.
yeah, because there are other people here and it gets noisy and, people trying to go to sleep and stuff like that. So that's how you jump to the top of the question queue in the chat or the caller queue on the phone lines. You go over to psychic.cafe/coffee and you just grab a cup of coffee for us and let us know in the chat, and we will jump right to your question or call. And that's also how you make sure we get to your question. I do want to
Can you see
remind
what's showing up on my
what's going on.
camera right now?
All I'm seeing is
My hand. Hang on.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't. What are you doing?
Hang on.
No, huh? Oh, yeah. I saw that.
You.
I can't see anything, but I did see the sheep for like the
There you go.
fraction of a second.
There we go.
Look, there's the sheepy poo making an appearance on Psychic Cafe, where everybody's welcome.
Where everybody goes to the cafe at Charlotte's house. Her baby's right there, but she won't come up close enough for me to grab her.
Absolutely. So we're going to pop over to the chat real quick because I had a question. I pulled cards for that D Gray that came in. Thank you so much. My current divine masculine, is he going to get past his issues, and will our relationship pick up into long term? I'm going to check on that. Meanwhile, there was a guidance question from a cat lover that is totally up your alley there, Charlotte. It's Candlewick Guru. Hi there, thank you. Could I get any advice? And I'm a cat lover here. So just whatever card you pull and whatever advice pops up. Meanwhile, while you're doing that, real quick, I'm going to get through D Grays here. Will the divine masculine, get past his issues? Long-term relationship, I'm getting big fat yes. I'm getting the Empress card. And I don't know, what period of life that you're in, because I'm not asking people their age, but I mean, this is literally the giving birth card. But it doesn't have to mean making a new family. It could, but it could mean, because 3 is creativity and communication. It just could mean you guys coming together and creating something else, like a new family or relationship. I mean, not necessarily creating babies is what I'm getting at, because I don't know, you guys could both be in your 60s for all I know. Anyway, but that's what I got was the Empress. Now he will have to get over his issues. Here's the 10 of Swords. He needs to completely be done and buried with that, and facing, very interesting, because in this Judgment card, it actually faces this direction. So like when you're looking at it on your desk, it's facing that way, which is where the 10 of Swords was. Okay. So it's the big cosmic wake-up call. He's got to get over that, and it has to be done and put to buried, put to death. I don't know what else to say. You know what I mean? He's got to get rid of that, because and then what's possible is the 10 of coins. Now, in this version of the 10 of coins, Ciro Marchetti made it, more about the savings, savings of material things and stuff like that, right? But this card is also about family and, it's family wealth, but also it's legacy, which goes beyond just the financial part of it, right? You guys could actually create legacy. That's what's coming through. Okay. You got a message for, who was it?
The cat person.
The cat, Candlewick Guru. Yeah, the cat person. Alrighty.
Okay, so I got 2 cards again. The energy tonight is lovely, is really lovely. Completely different, which is why different cards are showing up than what normally do. So again, 2 brand new cards. So this one is called In the Hand, the Universe is Your Partner.
Ooh, I like that.
So it says, feeling secure.
Kind of like a heart in the hand, it looks like, or something.
Yeah, it is. And that's basically what that's what it says. It's like feeling secure, taken care of, the universe is your partner. And it's just saying that, you know what? You have done all you can right now. It's basically saying, pat yourself on the back. You've done a great job. It's time to just take a break, refresh, refill, restore your energy, because you've already done such a good job. Your ducks are in a row. And then the next card, and I love this, is the Horseman. And it's the Herald of Change. And when the Horseman shows up, he's bringing good news. He's bringing good news, and he wants you to go share it. Everybody knows the bad news. Everybody knows the bad news. He wants you to go out and share the good news. So you've done everything right, pat yourself on the back, and then go out and just, so basically it's saying, to me, it's saying, damn, you're a good person. Just go share your goodness with the rest of the world because we all know about the badness.
Oh,
So,
I like that. I like that.
and I love, yeah. So I love the golden heart in the hand, and then the horseman with all the, the flags, the ribbons flying off of it and stuff. It's just, and raring to go. So, and again, those cards, this deck has been shuffled so many times, and their cards, they came as 31 and 30.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
crazy. They came back together again.
and D Grace sent in a cup of coffee. Thank you very much. And she did respond, clarify that yes, she is in her 50s and can't do that. As far as the three the Empress, but that doesn't mean you can't create something like family with this person if he gets his head, screwed on straight. Legacy. You can create legacy for yourselves and other people and the future. You guys can do that, and see, when she first came in the room and I said hi to her on air and everything like that, I connected right away. She was very nice in the chat. And so I like felt her energy and I knew she was closer to my age. So, that's why I kept preferencing, okay, it's the Empress card, but it might not mean that, even though she's holding a baby and she's like becoming a tree in that card. I love that. I love that version. Yes. And let's see, Dex came in. A lot of people are coming in, but yes, and he even mentions it's late. Yes, it's late. We have to get out of here. Let's see if we can squeeze in
Who was
another
our coffee person? Who was our cup of coffee person?
same person, that D Gray.
Oh,
And I don't know what the D stands for. Did she say that in there? I don't know if she said that, but Marie and her talking. Is there a possibility to book a private reading? How do I do that? You do it over at the Psychic Cafe. Get a hold of us. And D Gray, where you asked that when you were asking Maria G. Moss, is there a possibility to book a private reading? Right in that chat, right above it, I just put that link in, psychic.cafe/independence. If you go to that page, that sale is going to be up for a couple more days. You can book a discounted reading with me if you'd like. Go ahead. Oh, she's already over there. Okay. That's so cool. I'm just looking if anybody else had put a question in. I know we're missing some stuff. Raquel had put something in, but then something blew up and Maria erased. Yeah. Okay. Weird stuff going on in the chat, but that happens every show. And Jill's not even here. Anyway, she's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. I made you laugh, Charlotte. I made you laugh.
oh gosh. Oh,
Let's see
sorry. I laughed.
Let's see if we can squeeze another call in. It's like area code 8850 has been waiting the longest. 850 caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Florida.
Again with the Florida.
And
what is it? They love us there. Well,
yeah.
What's your name, hon?
Michelle.
Michelle. There's another possibility, Michelle. You know what it is, Charlotte? It's just all those people in Florida. They have so much time on their hands because remember, Suzanne told us everybody in Florida is 90 and just falling asleep at noon.
Well, yeah, they took a nap at noon, so now they're wide awake.
Exactly. And
Thanks
they
for
can
taking
call
the
into
nap
the
at noon so you
show.
can be with us. Yeah.
Well, I had a question. Well, a friend of mine, she's psychic, and so she might
Oh
be
no,
flying down here or
Sarah.
I'm
driving.
sorry. I apologize. She's psychic.
Well, she's either driving down or flying down.
Okay.
And so we're going to go and travel and set up at different places. And
Cool.
we're trying to figure out where the best places to go. So I thought maybe y'all might have some insight of where a good spot might be. And do you see it happening? I'm so excited. I'm ready to go.
So it's setting up spots to do readings at or something, or
Yes.
Oh.
And,
Well,
different
I mean, how far?
fairs and
you
How-
mean out of state? You're going to drive out of Florida, or you mean in Florida?
How far?
no, we'll probably drive out west.
How far do you want to travel? I mean, because Mount Shasta is a big one.
Come to Tucson. Come visit me.
I think we're going to be coming. Well, I think we're going to go to. I know she wants to go to South Dakota, and so she's trying to figure out where some of our are too. Huh?
If you want to come to someplace spooky, come where I live, because I am right smack dab in the middle of Skinwalker Ranch and Bullfrog Ranch, which are both.
Oh my God, Skinwalker Ranch. That'd be such a fun area to do readings in, let me tell you. Or hey,
what state is that?
Why not Sedona?
Well, I know. Yeah, that's Sedona. But Mount Shasta.
Where were you talking?
So I live in Utah. I live in eastern Utah. That's where Skinwalker Ranch is.
If you don't know what that
God,
is, look it up on the internet, especially YouTube, because there's plenty of YouTube videos on Skinwalker Ranch.
And but
deal.
be prepared to have your knickers scared off of you, because crazy stuff happens at Skinwalker Ranch. And also Bullfrog Ranch is also the same kind of thing, and it's out here as well. I think that's what it's called, Bullfrog.
Oh, wow.
The Bullfrog Ranch.
And Michelle, hold on. Right off the top, I wanted to let you know I got an 8 card. 8 is abundance. 8 of swords. It's very, very possible that this could be really good for you guys. And I got the Ace of Coins. It's the perfect new opportunity for you. And I think what I'm seeing, it's definitely going to happen. I also got the Knight of Wands. Wands is that fire energy there. I really think that it's about following your passions, doing this new opportunity. Now, the only fly in the ointment is this part of the, with the 8 of swords, I mentioned about it being about abundance, which is good, but she's trapped with all these thoughts and ideas. See, you guys need a plan. That's the thing. You need a plan. What did you get? Anything for them?
I didn't even know where to start.
That's what we're kind of doing now.
I asked the pendulum if their trip was going to happen, and it said yes.
Yep, there you go. Double confirmation, Michelle.
That is awesome.
There are so many so many spiritual places that you can go, though, that are really high energy. So
endless.
Yeah.
So where Skinwalker Ranch is, but I've been to like Delta, Utah. It was beautiful. Are y'all anywhere close to that?
We are north of Delta, northeast of Delta.
North. Okay.
Northeast. Yeah.
I wrote it down. So you're in Sedona?
No, I'm in the south part of the state. Sedona's up north, and that's close to Utah. So you could do a double bangy there, go there, then go to Sedona. Sedona is just fantastic for that stuff. Oh
Yeah.
my.
And I will just say Sedona is known for more peaceful energy. Skinwalker Ranch is known for some, like I said, some pretty crazy things that happen out there, like
Yeah.
shapeshifters, you know,
Do they
you
have
know,
a lot of psychics out that way?
uh, yeah,
Totally.
yeah, but do you actually know that gal that I showed you that's got the dowsing rods?
Oh yeah.
Somebody asked her a question about Skinwalker Ranch, and they're like, is Skinwalker Ranch legit? Are there actual shapeshifters on Skinwalker Ranch? And her dowsing rod said yes.
Mm.
So I mean,
Huh.
I guess, but I don't know what it is. I'm fascinated with that chick. I have, every time I catch it, every time I'm like, flipping through Instagram and I happen to see her, I always have to stop and watch her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
It is pretty cool. A lot of people don't know what dowsing rods are, but
Exactly.
that is really cool. I
Yep.
think it really does work. I really do. But like anything, you got to believe in it.
It's so
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
yeah, but
But I'm really,
you
it's like perfect timing.
if you want to see UFOs, I would say come out here and go to Skinwalker Ranch. I mean, it's known for the UFOs, and also Bullfrog Ranch is also known for the UFO sightings, tons of UFO
Right.
sightings. Me, I'm too chicken to
That's
go out
pretty
there.
cool.
I'm not going out there. I'm not going out there.
That's so funny. Oh, yeah.
I
I
actually
went
have a
to a
friend that
recent.
was picked up by aliens. I know everybody's
Really?
going liar, 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 and I'm like, this guy is like the most steady Eddie person you will ever meet in your life, and
Yeah.
he would never lie about something like that.
Okay.
And
Do you
We
think
got
we'll make good money out there?
well that's what I got was that that was the entire feeling I got with that Ace of Coins and the abundance card, the 8 coming through. I was like, yeah, you could make really good money on this trip. It looks really, really good. It's just getting an itinerary.
Well, it's more than that. It's more than just making money. It's the
Oh yeah,
spiritual energy and
exactly.
the feel good inside. So, you only live life once.
yeah,
Yep.
Mount Shasta is known for that, and
Yep.
Mount Shasta is absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So is Sedona, but that's
Where's
a
that?
long drive from Florida.
Yep. But if
Where's
you're out
Mount
here
Shasta?
anyway, definitely stop in Sedona. And then, of course, you can always go to Tombstone. And then I'm, a stone's throw from Tombstone here in Tucson. And a lot of stuff down here too, believe it or not. But anyway, we got to run. Thanks very much for the call, Michelle. We appreciate it. Hope that helped.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, you did. And y'all have a blessed one.
Yeah, have fun on your trip.
Have fun. And then you have to call back and let us know what happened.
Yes.
Especially on, Monday Fun Day.
Yes.
Woo-hoo. Yes, yes, yes. So in chat, I just wanted to I was just telling D Gray, hopefully she caught this. So my email, dax@psychic.cafe, but you can send me a message through the website. You join the website, it's free to join, and you go to my page, psychic.cafe/Dax. Otherwise, I'll be emailing you after the show. She booked a reading, and
Excellent.
I can't wait to get on with D Gray. It's going to be great.
Yeah, she won't be disappointed, I'm sure.
I love how we have decks and I'm Dax. We have the Dex in there. I'm a newbie. Awesome sauce. Yeah. Anyway,
This has been a busy night.
it's been a busy night, yeah, and I'm feeling my energy drained at this point. We were actually only supposed to go from 6:30 to 7:30. It's now almost 8:30. So we
What?
we need to get out of here.
Holy crap.
Especially now because I have to set arrangements to have a reading with D. Gray. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yep. And hopefully we'll have a show on Wednesday. If we do, though, it's going to be 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Or if we have to cancel, again, remember, I'm going to be on with Ellie Thursday night. We're going to be doing a show. Dex says it's 10 p.m. where they are. Oh my God. But are you good, Charlotte?
I'm I know that's good.
I had a fun show.
It was a great show. And like I said, the energy tonight was just it was good. It was great. It was kind of jazzy. It was kind of a jazzy kind of energy tonight. And I loved the different cards that came up.
Yep.
Because it it does take you in a whole different direction. As soon as those different cards start showing up, you're like, cool, 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 cool. And they were all really positive energy cards. I mean, not that they're bad energy cards, but they were all cards that again made you feel like kind of like, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go kind of cards. So yeah, it was a good night.
And we got all those callers came in. We got almost all the callers, and I think we only missed maybe a couple. And then we got all the questions in chat except for a few. But hey, we'll be back next Monday. And then also, you could pop in when I know for sure, like on Wednesday, just type in psychic.cafe/live. And that always takes you to the next live show. So if the Wednesday show shows up, you'll see the time and when it's going to start. If you put in psychic.cafe/live and the show with Ellie pops up, you know that we're skipping Wednesday. That's how you'll know. And then also, regardless of what happens, Michelle's Mystic Corner is this coming Saturday, and she's got some like really great stuff, mini workshops and things. I'm getting the details when I do a meeting with her, like tomorrow or the next day or something like that, and then you guys all hear about it. But the best thing to do is to come over to Psychic Cafe. That's www.psychic.cafe, and you can join for free, and then you'll receive all that information. Yes. Okie dokie. So we're going to get out of here. Good night, Mary Ellen.
Night, John boy. Night, Doc. Sending everybody love.